I don't know, man. Like, this is why I can't be a head coach of any sport because I don't get angry. Like, I don't know. Episode 60 of Inside the Rapper Studio. Today we got Zoey Starz on for a solid interview, talking about a few things before IG becomes IG. Zoey, is there a way that you can do this interview outside of the room that you are usually in? Because I feel like you're not close to the Wi-Fi there. I feel like you're not close to the Wi-Fi there. So is there a possibility that you can do this interview within a different setting? Just asking. Hopefully that'll like solve the problem. We might be far away from the router. That's why I couldn't do it in my room anymore. So that might be a thing.
It's possible.
I figured that was the case. Cause I'm like, there's no way in hell this like continues. So if it does continue to be a problem, is it possible for you to move to another room?
I'm about to now. Matter of fact, because this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I figured like it has to be something that's real simple that we're not fucking doing here. Thank you. Huge shouts out to Keith the Vandal. Huge shouts out to all y'all for being so patient with this entire fucking process. Uh, how's the connection on that side? Is it like clearer? Is it like stronger?
I mean, I'm downstairs now. I'm near the actual,
Router?
yeah, so.
Clap it up. Clap it up. Snare the router. We can actually do this goddamn interview. Thank you. Thank you, IG gods. Okay. Episode 60 of Inside the Rapper Studio, of course. I'm your host, Score F. Swayze, and today we have a very wonderful guest of Zoey Starz in the building. She is the founder of Zoey Starz TV, the runner of the page on YouTube, a journalist, a person that asks questions to musicians and other creators within the city. And trust me, we are very grateful for your work. So thank you very much
Thank you.
for your hard work and for being here on tonight's show of Inside the Rapper Studio. Of course, being as though we had to run this shit back since like fucking 40 minutes. I'm pretty much going to start this entire interview all over again. So, for every episode of Inside the Rapper Studio, there's the origin story told from the bottom of the screen. So, could you tell us how everything got started with Zoey Starz?
Yes. So, basically, I wanted to journal music within our city, and I wanted to create a space and a channel and a page where I could curate and create a space where I could basically add to the collective within the creators of Baltimore, because I feel like it's a lot of talent here, and I feel like it's a lot of talented people here that get overlooked and that aren't really well. I just feel like it's a lot of talent here, period. And I also feel like Baltimore City, the way that the media portrays us, it's all negative, and it's never anything positive. And I just felt like, for me, I should add to the collective and add to something that's positive. And not only that, I love my city and the people that I've interviewed so far. Like, I love y'all work. Yeah. So yeah, like, I think y'all should split. Y'all split. And yeah, we all just deserve better. We deserve more.
I can actually appreciate that from the artist standpoint. That like, you're not gonna ask me how many of my cousins died because I live in Baltimore or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So I really do appreciate you showing some type of positive light within the work that we do within the city, and it's much appreciated. I also wanted to touch on the music journalism side, or the I guess the academic side of your music work, which is you going to school for
Entertainment management.
entertainment management. I can never get majors for some reason, but that's because I never went to college. So with the details that we talked about through that before IG became IG, it helped build onto the repertoire, or I guess the rapport of Zoey Starz TV. Correct?
Correct. I took a lot of I took a lot of classes that relate into music journalism, and I took a lot of classes that relate to artistry in general. I took a lot of classes that help shape and mold my creative process. I took classes that gave me information on how, I could market myself and my brand as well. So yeah, it
Got,
all just messed up. Messed up.
gotcha. So pretty much with the music side of things and on top of that, you had the passionate side of your work,
Mhm.
and having those two come together, mold together, shape together, and out of that is Zoey Starz TV. So how would you
Mhm.
describe the brand of Zoey Starz TV?
My brand, I really want to keep it close to my personality. I've made my main colors purple and yellow. Those are my favorite. Um,
I can hear you.
okay, I think I. Okay, okay. In all of my interviews, I've tried to just focus in on the artist and keep it honed in on y'all. And that's really just the point, for real, honestly. Zoe Starz TV is just my personality, and it's y'all, and with the focal point of to bring more light to the talent here. So that's really what that was. It came pretty easy to me because I'm a pretty creative person anyway. And yeah, it's what I wanted to do. And I'm passionate about it. So I try to put all of that into my work.
So pretty much with the work that you do within Zoe Stars TV, showing the positive light within the city or showing the positive side within the artists in the city, what would you say some of the positive lights are within Baltimore yourself? There's a wild delay going on. I don't know what this is. IG, what are you doing? Seriously, we don't need this. It's a Friday show. This is a Friday show. Don't do this to me, IG. Please, please. I'm sorry, Zoe, but like it's blowing my shit right now. It's truly blowing my shit. Okay. I feel like
It's
if you
okay.
leave then start over, it should be a better thing. So I'll probably have you like leave it here, then just like do another one. I mean, of course, I won't like do the whole thing over because I'm not that much fucking data. Trust me. But yeah, IG kind of gave us a nice what 5 minutes. So thanks IG for 5 minutes of an interview that should be 45. Um, I'm so grateful for those small increments of fucking time that you give us so graciously that you don't have to give us. Oh, great IG. Oh my fucking god. I think some people just go on like inside the rapper studio just to see me have like fucking conniptions, and that's the entertaining part. And I hope that's not the entertaining part for some people.
IG is fucking pissing me off.
I mean, who are you telling? Like, I have to legitimately hope for this shit not to happen 5 times out of the week. 5 times, and it can happen all 5 times. But besides that, we had the wonderful Zoe Starz on today. Thank you very much for joining us. I also wanted to talk to you about Baltimore journalism in 2020 when it comes to music. I wanted to get your perspective on how you see things being recorded, or how do you see things being reported on the music side of things.
Yeah. I feel like it's plenty of people that are doing like music journalism. Like you got the demo tape. I fucks with the demo tape. Shout out to the demo tape. You got Liquor with Friends. I fucked with Eric Jacob. I fucked with that whole shit. Like with you got so many different people that's doing it here, and it's not just me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like it's strength in numbers. And Baltimore is so small. It's like it's somebody's bound to bubble here. Number one, and number two, I feel like since it is so small, it gives us a sense of like we're kind of close knit. We're like this kinda.
It's more so like this than it is this.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, like trust me, if it was this, we'd be a lot higher. But at least we're at this instead of just completely like this, how it was back in the day.
Right.
So would you say that pretty much Baltimore being so small would be a good thing or a bad thing? Because a lot of people complain about that.
I think it has its pros and cons, just like anything else. Um, and I feel like it is a bad thing that we're kind of small because plenty of people here, they want to be like the top dog. They want to be the main one to get on, and a lot of people don't want to bring people in the city. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just we're just a crab city. Like we're just crabs in a barrel, and that's really our problem. I think that's our real problem.
I can understand that. I mean, I try not to do the whole like Baltimore stereotypes of like crabs in a bucket and things like that. But like, you got to call it like, really got to call it like you see it, and I do see a lot of that shit, unfortunately. But the one thing I really do see a lot, especially when it comes to Zoey Starz TV, is pretty much personality within interviews. Because a lot of the times when it comes to interviews, just a list of questions, and then you just throw it out to people, and then it's like, okay, I got my content. Whereas though you put a lot of your personality, you put a lot of your thought within it. So could you give us details on how you kind of approach interviews?
So I try to approach it as like a conversation, almost. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm throwing in questions, but I'm gonna still give feedback because 9 times out of 10, the questions that I'm asking are genuinely questions that I really to, and not only that I want answers to, but hopefully that everybody else watching wants answers
Gotcha.
to as well.
You have to forgive me. There's a little delay here. There's still a delay. I don't know how that's a thing. So in terms of questionings, I wanted to ask you a question about your first interview that you've done. Who was it with, and how did you feel once you load up? Oh my God, IG, you are going to get a white woman's letter this weekend, boy. Oh my God.
So my first interview was with Chris Cassidy. He goes by Six Bricks.
All right, who's in is in? Oh my God. Oh my God. I don't know what it is, folks. I honestly don't. Like, we legit went to the whole other run thing and did the whole streaming thing, and that was working for a while, then it stopped. Um, I don't know. I'm gonna see what else I got for my questions list because I don't want to like burn so much time. But I got the hip hop journalism one. I got the first interview. I guess we can cover shit. We got a few more topics. We can rank this out for as long as we can. I feel as though. Uh can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, thank God. Once again, thank you so much for your patience through this whole process. I don't know what the fuck is going on. IG's gonna hear it from me like first thing in the morning. But
Word, bro. Word.
outside of that,
Period.
the one of the main things I definitely wanted to talk to you about was your love of Khalees. When did it start, and why is Khalees so important to you?
It started a long time ago, like years back. And Khalees is important to me because I feel like um, first off, she was ahead of her time Number one, when she came out, she's timeless. Number two, and number three, I feel like she's always been herself unapologetically, and I was able to adopt that myself because I too feel like I am a little different. I could be quirky or whatever, and I've been described as such. So this is not just me like saying it or whatever. So I just feel like seeing her and watching her, it really helped me come to accept myself.
Got you.
And
So
I love her style, and I love her music. I love just she's just yeah.
I mean, it fits. Like, I think the one thing that's so under talked about was the marriage between Khalees and not Nas, but Neptunes, and just having that two quirky, weird black music icons come together as one. Do you feel as though that kind of work inspires you to do whatever you want within your field?
Yeah. I just feel like when people create what they want and what they love, and when they put what they love into it, it's bound to do something, you know. And I just feel like people should put out art just because they love it. You love to rap, you love to make visuals, and you're good at it. And everybody else that I've interviewed so far, they love to do what they do, and they're good at it. And I just so happen to make a freaking, media journalism type of page, and I just so happen to reach out to all of you all because I like what y'all are doing. So that means that y'all should keep going, you know? So it's just like everything really, it works.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. Like, I'm not much one for what's it called? Um, I guess appreciation. But when it is shown, it's like, oh, someone watches, someone cares. It's like getting roses just because,
Yeah.
or whatever fantasy that saying the media wants to portray that hopeless romantics do, or whatever the case may be. So when it comes to Khalees, you talked about why you love her. You talked about why she's important to you. But I also wanted to talk to you about her impact within music and how it kind of reflects today's music from female artists. So what would you say is Khalees's impact on the game?
I feel like Khalees came out with a lot of intricacy in her music. She came out with a lot of eclectic and eccentric sounds and looks and performances and all kinds of things. And I really just feel like her career helped. I'm not gonna say no, actually no. Khalees's career, it helped female artists just be able to black female artists to be able to be themselves basically. Khalees is multicultural. She's Puerto Rican and black, which is basically black. She's black. Um, and she was like the first girl to come out with like not the first girl, but she came out with crazy color hair, and she was screaming on the Neptunes track, and she did what she wanted to do, and she wore crazy items and crazy colors together, and I feel like we see that now, and I feel like she just paved the way for females to just be like, I'm gonna do what I want to do, even though it's a male dominated industry. Like I'm gonna still do what I want to do, and it might be unconventional to you, but I love it, and that's what it is. And
Absolutely.
I just feel like she just she just helped a lot. And if it's not with music, it was just with the style because I mean her looks back then you can integrate them into now. Her personality, just everything about her. And even now, she's doing the whole cooking thing. It's like she's been able to progress and make her career into something else. Like she knew when her time with one thing was up, and then she graduated to the next.
I actually never thought of it like the whole like I guess reinvention of Khalees, so to speak. And it actually does work because like she has a best selling book. She has her own farm. Things are like looking up like money wise and career wise for her. So huge shouts out to Khalees and everything that she does. Uh we'll start a clap coming.
I did.
You don't know my cues.
I had to get ready.
But the next thing I wanted to talk to you about was the era of hip hop that we are in now. In my eyes, or I guess in my perspective, I will label this era the TMZ era. Whereas though it's not necessarily about what you say or how you say it, it's how you look and how it's perceived through the public eye. Would you consider this era the TMZ era of hip hop?
Yep.
I love.
Uh, a lot of the mainstream artists that are on right now are basically doing exactly what you just said, and I feel like real talent. I mean, like real good talent, and it's like it's real good talent, and it's really, really, really good content out here about people that are actually saying stuff. But instead, you got these bubblegum pop rappers out here, you know, on mainstream radio, charting on your billboards. You got these people, running around, dry snitching on everybody. They get out and they got what, a number one song. They got like the most viewed video. I mean, like, it's just not the same. It's really not the same. And that's all I can say. Like, if you look, it's just not the same.
What would you?
Like, we just lost so much of the cultural influences that hip hop was brought upon, like within the early origins as well as like the early 2000s. I feel like content was really, really big. I feel like it was a lot more unity within hip hop. Um, I feel like it was hip hop was fun. It wasn't a competition. It wasn't a show. It wasn't theatrical. It was all like raw, real, organic, and like it was just like this. Everybody was like this. I mean, like, yeah, like you had your beats here and there. But for the most part, everybody was like this. Shit was simple. People played by the rules, and snitches would not be on the number one chart. I mean, that's just what it is.
What do you think is the cause of things like this? Whereas though, like things where it used to be, now it has more so of a monetary value instead of just a cultural value of things. So, what do you think was the start of all, like, pretty much the crumbling of hip hop as we know it today?
I can't even really I can't even really pinpoint it. I want to say it started in like 2014, 2015. I think Thug came out. Now, no disrespect to Thug because I love Thug to death. But when he first came out, his sound was a little weird. And then you had Uzi come out. His sound was a little weird, but Uzi was actually rapping. Thug, I really don't know what he was doing. But however, now, you know what I'm saying? Like, he doing his shit. I really just feel like it was 2015. Social media fucked it all up, honestly. And you had niggas wearing dresses, and you had niggas, mumble rapping, and that was just a big thing. And then you got the younger generation. They're gonna stop up whatever's on the radio. The radio, you play it, and you play it. You first hear a song like, oh, I fucking hate that song. But you listen to the radio and they play it and they play it and you switch the station and they're playing it, and it's like before you know it, you fucking singing it. Now you like it. So, I just feel like, within the media period, they're able to just control certain shit, basically. And
It's just like that.
yeah, it's got weird. Shit just got really weird, Like, it's so much that I could unpack on it and about why it's taken the turn the way that it has. And it's like the higher ups that are in control of things as such, you know, we don't know what they're gonna do. And it's like I just feel like us as a people, we've gotta make our own shit. We gotta make our own media pages. We gotta make our own fucking magazine. We gotta make our own fucking. Well, we gotta make our own shit. Our own radio stations. We gotta make our own shit.
Gotcha. Do you feel as though not having that ownership within media in general, or just ownership in general, because a lot of the times when it comes to big artists that are black, they aren't owned, or I guess they aren't signed to black owned labels. Like Republican isn't black owned, Universal isn't black owned, AOL Time Warner isn't black owned, or things like that. So would you put most of the blame to where hip hop is right now on media, or ownership, or a bit of both?
A bit of both. I think it is, unfortunately, it's a hierarchical ladder. I feel like, within the beginning of time, I don't really want to say like I don't want to say like too much or say the wrong thing or anything, but I'm just saying I just feel like it was certain roadblocks and certain things put in place for certain people, and that basically blocked us from doing that. And not only that, it's been certain things put into place that have blocked us from believing that we could do those things. And it's like, unfortunately, the bigger labels that are up now, that are owned by, Jewish people, you know what I'm saying? They have a lot of longevity. They have a lot of money. They have a lot of power. They have a lot of say, and then you have like Rock Nation, who is owned by Jay-Z, which is black owned. You have Diddy with his label, but I mean, not even get into all that. But basically, I'm just saying, like, I feel like the higher ups and the masses, it's all just controlled by, like, who. And it would be kind of hard for us to really free ourselves from those chains. This is why I said we have to make our own things. And not only that, we all have to think kind of radically about that, because if we think about it, they stick together, and we're the only ones that divide ourselves up against, oh, I'm from the city, I'm from the county, I'm light skinned, I'm dark skinned, I'm fat, you're skinny. It got to be something. I'm a man and you're a woman. Like, it's just, it don't make sense.
Pretty much divisive tactics to not really get the idea of unity in the first place.
Right.
Gotcha. Do you feel as though there could be a chance where as though those like identity politics that we do adhere by kind of like get lowered down a bit, whereas though we can all reach this common denominator as one, as a people, to kind of like fight against the oppressive powers within music?
Yeah, I just feel like in order for us to all fight the oppressive powers within music, we all have to first come together as a collective and agree that it's a problem. And we all have to come together and agree that, like, okay, we're all on one page. Like, we understand this is a problem, and I understand where you're coming from, type of thing. And then we'll be able to overthrow whatever, because, I feel like once the artists that are hot now, once they bubble down, they're going to start looking for, okay, who's next? Who can we place next in those spots? Who can go here where, this person goes. And it's not even like, I'm not even going to sit here and say like, oh, somebody else is going to come along that's hotter than Megan Thee Stallion right now. But I'm just saying, Megan, she might move on and graduate to other things. But who's going to be the next Megan Thee Stallion? Cardi B, she might move on to other things, but who's going to be the next Cardi B? So I just feel like in order for us to come together and just agree that it's a problem, and we just have to overthrow those forces. Like, we can't let them use our content for monetary gain anymore. We can't let them use our ideas anymore. Because if you think about it, that's where these bigger companies are coming from. I mean, they're owned by older people. These older people aren't really tuned in and honed in on what's going on, but they are looking at us and what we're doing and what we think is hot. So, they.
It's cool. I I know it's you can go a mile a minute with this kind of thing, which is exactly why I asked you that question, because I felt like I can get like some honest like answers out of you, some honest content out of that. But like I feel as though it's one of those conversations that's very necessary, not just with rappers, you know what I mean? Not just with rappers to have that conversation, but for black media to have that conversation as well. Because believe it or not, black media doesn't really have a voice in the matter as well as black artists. If anything, even worse than black artists.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of the times when it comes to us, the only thing we can do is just make a song and hope people like it. But
Mm-hmm.
with black media, if you have a certain story to tell, you might not even get the views to like that kind of thing. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So I think, in my opinion, I guess there's a fucking media guy now because like interviews and shit. Uh, I guess my idea of a solution is just complete ownership and discipline of that ownership. Whereas though the only things that we can go past for this is it's just really being stern about only viewing things that are for us and by us. We had a good run. We had a good run of an interview. I can't get mad at that. I mean, it was shitty in the beginning. It was shitty in the beginning, boy. Uh, I'm actually just glad that I got far enough in this conversation, whereas though I can actually, have certain questions answered. I can take that, but IG won't let you have too much fun. They won't let you have too much fun. So I'm grateful enough to know that I had enough fun.
It was a bomb interview, though.
I can take that. You know what I mean? I can take that. So I wanted to know. Well, one of the last questions. I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to know what's next for Zoey Starz TV.
So next, I plan on creating more content for my website. So I do want to do a photo shoot. Yep, I need content, so I want to do a photo shoot. Um, I'm gonna have different. I've already written out all the different tabs that I want to put on my website. Um, I want to start recording live concert footage whenever outside opens it back up completely, and we start having, they start like the demo tape and, um, oh my gosh, TDT, the working title, like whenever and whomever else throws their live concerts, scores Swayze TV as well. Whenever y'all play your live concerts, I want to come and do coverage. And I want to also get like, the artist feedback once they get off the stage. I don't care. Like, how, Smack DVD, not Smack DVD, but say, it was one of them type of things. Basically, I want to,
Was it Jordan Tower?
I think so. I want to catch the artists when they come off their set and just like know how you feel the crowd was, like, what song was this, what song was that, shit like that. And I also want to ask the audience as well, how did you feel about so and so, and get their honest opinions. And get my website. It's going to feature a lot of artist write ups. I want to do like in studio footage. Yeah, I want to do all that. Like, I really want to have like an actual Zoey Starz TV microphone. Like, and I'm gonna be like, yeah. So, how do you feel about this show? And how do you feel about your set? How do you feel about the sound? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, the wheels are turning right now, and we might have to have a conversation prior, like after this interview, because
Yeah, we definitely got to collaborate
that
for
sounds
sure.
actually. Well, once again, thank you very much for giving me a solid interview throughout all the bullshit that IG threw us. IG threw us all the shit. All
Yes.
the shit. And now everybody's coming back to see how successful this was.
I know. My God, it was actually really good, y'all.
It was a great interview. Trust me, you missed the shit storm, but we survived through the shit storm.
Yeah, we did.
We got we got some good questions, we got some good answers,
Good
good
answers.
content. things picked up, and I'm actually proud of this interview because honestly, I could have easily did the whole like, well, if IG isn't going to work, I guess I'll have to go home then.
Right.
We keep this shit moving. We keep the grading train rolling. We keep this shit going. Don't shit stop the show, but the show started, and the show started. Don't stop. So, once again, thank you very much for joining me on this great interview. Coming up next on Inside the Rapper Studio is nothing. It is my fucking day off. I'm not gonna do shit.
Self-care day.
I don't like doing it day by day. I like getting high and playing video games all fucking day. I need my day off.
He needs his day off.
And that's all I'm gonna do for tomorrow.
I love it.
So next week of Inside the Rapper Studio, already booked up. I'm gonna give the announcements to you guys either tomorrow or Sunday. I don't fucking know. But today we're giving away this hat. Today's last password for the week is Misty. M-I-S-T-Y. Misty. You have all 5 passwords now through episodes 56 through 60, which is today. So give me all 5 passwords. You get yourself a goddamn hat and a goddamn sticker for the free. You don't even have to pay fucking shipping for it. All you have to do is just give me 5 fucking words and you have a hat to yourself.
I love it. I love it.
Who the fuck else gives you shit for free around here during a goddamn quarantine? Probably. But I'm not talking about 92Q right now. I'm talking about Swayze TV.
He's talking about Swayze TV.
That's what the fuck we're talking about. So, next week, we're not going to do hats because clearly you guys hate hats. I don't know how the fuck that happened. We are going to be giving away robes. Yes.
Ooh. Ooh.
I don't see the show lasting very long. Not in a bad way, just that I don't see myself keeping up with this shit, especially with my music going on, you know.
Right.
So for the fact that I went like 13 weeks strong, I'd much rather like give you guys a bit of me, which is the fucking robe that I wear. So next week, I'm going to be giving away a robe and a hat because I'm feeling that fucking generous. So we're going to have 5 new passwords. Give me 5 passwords. You get a robe, hat, and a sticker. Just actually watch the goddamn show. That's all I ask from you fucking people.
Just actually watch the show.
So, Zoey Starz, do you have any last words, any last promotions, any last propaganda for the people?
I want to say thank you so much for letting me be on here. I really, really appreciate it. I love what you're doing. I love the name. I want to say be on the lookout for ZoeyStarzTV.com. Be on the lookout for season 2. As we're going to start filming soon. And yeah. And also, continue watching season 1. Don't worry. I have 3 more interviews left on Tuck. They are Burnout. We got Fluent. And then we got DJ Nick Marino, which will end off season 1. And then I also decided that I want to do a season 1 blooper / reunion type of compilation type of video on IGTV in order to highlight all the interviews combined and, try to make it comical and try to just add a lot of personality to it and just to basically just to promote my season 1, basically. So since I couldn't put all the interviews on IGTV because they were too long and my phone just acted stupid, I'm just gonna make a highlight reel video for IGTV in order to promote all the interviews. So they'll watch it and they'll be like, oh shit, this was funny, this was cool. Let me go click the link in her bio. Zoey Starz TV via YouTube. That's my link tree. It has links to my email where you can also inquire about getting an interview. It has my Instagram and my Twitter. So yeah.
Hardworking black woman, we love to see it. Once again, Zoey Starz, thank you very much for joining me on episode 60 of Inside.
60.
Don't say 60 because it makes me realize how many times I've been fucking doing this, and it's like Jesus.
Congratulations! No, it shows a lot of discipline.
I mean, discipline, yeah, but also showing that without a job, I have nothing else to do with my time, which is just interview my fucking colleagues.
But that's good though. You said fuck it. Let me get out here and do something. Like
Yeah,
it's niggas really out here just sitting down, smoking and playing 2K all day, and that's okay. That's fine. Do what you got to do. It was a great interview. Um,
I don't know what it is, but IG really don't be letting niggas live. They really don't, and it's
it's
not.
a delay.
It's not that I'm mad at it. It's just that, like, use it while you can before it goes to complete shit. Whereas though you can't do anything on here.
Right.
So yeah, fuck. So once again, I'm thanking you like at least 5 times for this fucking interview before this whole thing is over. Thank you so much for taking time out of your night to answer these hard-hitting teamsy in your business questions. Thank you so much for sharing us your brand and what you do for the city. I would like to say personally, thank you very much for all the hard work that you do within the scene and within the community of music, of rap, of Baltimore hip hop, of underground hip hop in general. So thank you very much, Zoe, for all that you do. Um,
Thank you for having me.
I hate when people thank me for having them. Like I asked you for the show. Nobody asks me, or some people ask me, but I asked
Yeah.
for the show. So don't thank me. Thank you. Damn it. But yeah, from your host, Score F. Swayze, and our wonderful guest of episode 60 of Inside the Rapper Studio, Zoey Starz, I would like to tell you guys thank you very much. And as always, wash your hands and stay in the house.
And yes, quarantine, y'all. We still in quarantine. COVID is still a real thing.
Shit ain't stopped. Thank you, Thank you, Zoe. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.